My name is Tim Slekar. I am currently the Dean of the School of Education at Edgewood College, which is a private liberal arts Catholic college in Madison, Wisconsin, and still one of the co-founders of United Opt-Out. It was my own issues and watching my son slowly, who loved learning, turn off to learning. This was 4 years ago. But every day I could see him coming home from school more and more disengaged. And that was the motivation and I didn't know what I was going to do, but we went in one day and said to his principal, look, Luke is not going to take this test ever again. We formed this group called United Opt-Out based around the idea that we could end high-stakes testing with this simple parent refusal to participate in tests, and so thereby opting out. When you make this change 4 years ago, when any parent, when any teacher, when anybody decides to move from something that irritates you to doing something about it, in other words, you're going to become an activist, your life changes. We're taking kids, the least among us, and we're providing them the absolute worst education, and we're calling that equity. And so once you realize that this is not about your own child, but that this is about saving public education and creating an equitable and just system for all kids, that's when you understand that what you're doing is something for the bigger picture, and it just motivates you to keep going. As a teacher, I give tests all the time. Have no problem with my son taking tests. In fact, would love if he took teacher-constructed, teacher-related tests all the time. What we're opting out of is the misuse and the inappropriateness of high-stakes assessments, which, as we've been finding out more and more, truly have their roots in the eugenics movement anyway. And I just understanding that and saying, you will not use my son in these tests, you will not use my daughter with these tests to make decisions about their future, to make decisions about their teachers, to make decisions about their schools, to make decisions essentially about the communities based on a tool that came out of the eugenics movement that was based on an idea that there is genetic superiority, and we can find that through testing. I can't participate in that. We know from the eugenics movement these tests were actually created to sort disproportionately people of, poor black and brown people, and disproportionately sort them out of the system. We know that now. This is actually trying to help my son and daughter understand they have a job to do, and that is to help create a better world. And ending high-stakes standardized testing is part of creating that better world.